Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Let's button that up. Let's get after it. We have the Commanders versus the Packers tonight in Green Bay. It's going to be one hell of a show and one hell of a game. Let's get it here. Now, all right. I think the best question that could be asked has already been asked in the chat, right? It's not even a question, but I agree with the thought process. I'm at a loss of what to do tonight. Adam, I feel you. And I felt that way leading up to this game and today and this morning, right? Like working through it. But I think we've got the answer, and we're going to go through it tonight. So everybody strap in. Hope you have a good time. Be active in the chat. If this is your first time, I'm telling you, this is the best crew in the game. All right. Absolute fun is what we have. It takes all of us to get these bets in together. So drop them in. Trust me, we are all working together to get after this. And this is going to be one heck of a game tonight. So let's jump right into it because we don't have any time to waste. All right. Packers 3-point favorite here at home against the Washington Commanders. Commanders plus 155 on the money line. And you have a total of 48.5. So what do we see out of these spreads or the spread and the total right out of the gate? Number one, this is a 3-point league. Now, the history used to be playing at home, you get 3 points, right? That was kind of the understanding. But that's not really the case anymore. It's about 1.6 points. And not every place is different or is the same, right? Some are better than others. So that being said, the books are telling you that these are two pretty damn good football teams, right? And they said, hey, let's put it 3, see where the betting public takes it. Took it to 3.5, dropped it back to 3, right? So it's that style of game. 48.5, what does that mean? Well, if you think of touchdowns, 6 points, extra points, 7 points, right? 7 times 7, 49. So they're telling you 4 touchdowns one side, 3 touchdowns on the other. Like, that's where they're setting the line, so to say, right? So you look at that there and you say, okay, 7 touchdowns. Do I like the over-under there? All right. And then the home team, basically a field goal player favorite. All right. So let's jump into this. Now, as we always do, we start with the picks. All right. Got 6 for you. Jordan Love, 1+ interception. I'm feeling it tonight. You know, we started the show this morning with Jaden Daniels throwing an interception, and I still feel great about that. But after looking at this further, Packers, be careful. This is a hornet's nest of a football team in the Commanders, and that defense is no joke. It's no joke. So you know what? I'm taking both of them. Give me Jordan Love, throw a pick. Give me Jaden Daniels, throw a pick at plus 105. All right, Terry McLaurin. Now, here is one of the issues that you're going to face in this game, and get used to it when you have good teams. What I mean is you're going to have multiple players in terms of props, right? So I'm going to take Terry McLaurin over 4.5 receptions. And I'll tell you why. And what I was getting at is that he's not the only guy. Deebo Samuel's there too. And keep going down the list. There's more. But after Terry got paid this offseason, and he handled it like a gentleman, and the organization handled it like gentlemen, you know what? This is the kind of game where you say thank you. You know what I mean? It's one thing to say thank you, shake hands when you sign a contract. Yeah. You know what? This is a big one here. This is a big early one. Now, doesn't mean that, you know, the world one way or the other. However, I think I think Terry steps up. I think he has a big game tonight. I'm going to take him over 4.5 receptions plus 115. Commanders over 2.5 team touchdowns. Look, the Packers are elite, but so is Washington. And I think that the Commanders are going to want to start this game so lightning fast and get after it. And just foot on the gas. Don't give the Packers a chance to breathe. Now, you're going to pull that off? Tough to do. They're a pretty good football team as well. And they're at home. And you got all the Pack, fans out there. But what I'm getting at is that I think we're going to see some points in this game. So I'm going to roll the Commanders over 2.5 team touchdowns, get it at -110. I feel good with it. Now, 3 from this morning. If you're new to the show tonight, welcome in. All right. Got these 3. If you're here this morning, these aren't new. Jaden Daniels, 1+ interception there. Look, for the Commanders, everything I said about Washington, say it about Green Bay. They're just as good, right? Like, this is an elite Thursday night matchup, one of the best we're going to have all year. And I think the Packers get after Jaden Daniels a little bit as well. So, +105, I'm going to take it. All right, Brandon McManus, field goals. Go ahead and give it to me, man. Packers side right here, Green Bay, at home, good weather. Yeah. Matt LaFleur will take field goals. He's a conservative coach. He'll get wild after it, but the Packers are a pretty conservative team, right? Like, they are, they'll go at the pace they want to. They'll speed it up, but they can also slow it down. I could see them using their kicker tonight. Final score 3-2, Jason. And then I'm going to take Jaden Daniels over 21.5 completions. Again, and we're going to talk way more about this, but and we'll get to the picks. I'll bring them back up afterward. But if you are looking at this game from a run pass, like a pass to run ratio, right? Like, say I'm calling plays and I call 10 plays, 6 of them are pass, 4 of them are run. All right, 6-4, 60% pass, 40% run, right? You get it. So I think that if you look at Washington, they're probably going to put more pass attempts up tonight, right? Like, I think that there's a chance that they're doing that. The zippers drive me crazy. All right, so, that's why I like Jaden Daniels there with the NFL.com. Man, we're getting bots from NFL. Oh, NFL1.com. All right. Appreciate you dropping in, bots. All right. So, like I said, I think you're going to look at Washington, probably a 60-40 pass to run ratio. If you look at Green Bay, it's going to be run heavy, but I don't know, probably 55-45 run to pass, right? So, yeah, like I'm playing completions with Jaden Daniels because I think that you're just going to have more just opportunities, right? 2 Packers starting linemen out tonight. Yeah. I'll tell you what, what that screams to me? Short passes to the run game. That's how you alleviate that. So in college football, all right. I thought I had a book. So college football, all right, you got your playbook here. Hey, Justin Herbert looking sharp, right? So when you have an offensive line that is either young, undersized, or you have injuries and you have backups that are playing, all right, college, what you do is you move the pocket. All right. You ever see games where you see a quarterback gets a snap and shotgun, so he's already 7 feet, 7 steps back, and he's rolling out to a strong side? That's when you have a poor offensive line. So that's what you do in college. You know what you do in the NFL? You throw passes to the running backs, right? Tight ends as well, but that's what you do. Yeah. So, now Josh Jacobs, not necessarily known in the pass game. Now he could do it, but they've got other guys that do that as well. So pay attention to that because look, I'm telling you, man, that's a good point. It's a good point. Rich, what do you think of Jaden Daniels over 44.5 rushing? Well, I'll tell you what, buddy, let's just jump into it. It's a good question. All right. So the quarterback's here. All right. Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, passing yards, 229.5 over under for Jaden, 233.5 for Jordan Love. Hey, real quick, if you guys could, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. If you could hit the like button for me right now, it'd be massive. I won't ask you for anything else, but if you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it right back up. Right now would be huge. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, so back to it. Jaden Daniels, 229.5. Jordan Love, 233.5. So notice there, the books, even though we all think, we all believe that the Commanders probably throw a couple more pass attempts up. They've got Jordan Love a little bit more in the yardage category. So expect, now again, it's 4 yards, right? But still, what the books are telling you is that quantity with Jaden Daniels and a little more towards quality with Jordan Love. So pay attention to that. Pass attempts 31.5, 30.5. You see completions there, 21.5 for Jaden Daniels, 19.5 for Jordan Love. 34.5, the longest completion for each quarterback, 34.5 yards over under for Jaden Daniels, 37.5 for Jordan Love. And then to throw an interception, plus 105 and minus 105. So, yep. Book's actually favoring Jordan Love to throw a pick here. I'm telling you, this is going to be an absolute monster of a game. It's tough to pick a side. Like, I totally agree. Now, moving over to the running backs. All right. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt for Washington here. Josh Jacobs for Green Bay. Look at the difference in rushing yards. 40.5 for JCM. We're going to call him JCM, and we'll call him JJ on the other side. 77.5 for JJ. Rushing attempts, look at that. 9.5. All right. Compared to 18.5 for Josh Jacobs. Longest rush, 12.5. JCM, 14.5 for Josh Jacobs. Plus 235 anytime touchdown for JCM. Minus 200 for Josh Jacobs. Plus 2,000 for 2 touchdowns, JCM. And plus 260 for Josh Jacobs. Now, real quick, I do have to say, Robert Bibbo, my man, $10 super chat. First off, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. All I know is don't let this be a 3-point win for the Packers. If it is, it will be a great day for me. There we go, baby. Let's get it, brother. I appreciate you, man. Okay, so, yeah, man. Notice the difference in rushing yards, right? Like, you're seeing a big jump. Now, that's also because Jaden Daniels is going to play into this factor as well. Okay. So he is going to, and John, well, I won't answer the question, but yeah, I know the answer to it. Where did Ja'Cory go to college? Okay. So yeah. So notice the difference here. Josh Jacobs definitely is the guy. Now, not that JCM isn't, but you're going to see a mix. All right, and I'll pull this up here so you can see what I'm talking about. So rushing yards here, over-unders. We talked about Jacobs, talked about JCM. Look at Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels actually is higher than JCM. Jaden Daniels at 46.5, JCM 40.5. Austin Eckler, all right, there you go, another guy. You want to talk about catching passes out of the backfield? That's your dude. Austin Eckler, 22.5 rushing yards. Jordan Love. Look at this number, 6.5. That's it. 6.5. We're going to talk more about the Packers passing offense, but this plays into that. Okay. And if you're talking about offensive linemen, all right, have 2 starters that are out. Bot number 3, NFL1.com is paying somebody to get on the show. They're not paying us. But yeah, pay attention to that, man. Josh Jacobs is going to get so much work tonight. Josh Jacobs is going to get massive amounts of work. All right, rush attempts. They don't even give you Jordan Love. This is DraftKings. Josh Jacobs, 18.5. We talked about it. JCM, 9.5. Jaden Daniels, 9.5. So let me just tell you, the starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders is expected to rush for more yards than their starting running back and have the same amount of rushing attempts. All right. So when I say that Jaden Daniels might be throwing more than Jordan Love, that's why. Now, they have depth, right? But it can get out of sync, especially with a good defense. So what I'm saying is that it's going to be a little bit of a mess on the Washington side when you're looking at rushing attempts. Now, and yardage. I'm not against JCM or Jaden Daniels. This is the beauty of it. These are low numbers. These are low attainable numbers, right? So when you're looking at games like this, yeah, like everybody's going to get work. All right. Like this is the NFL. They call it a two deep for a reason. Two deeps play, 1 and 2, and usually 3s. Well, at some positions. But you're going to get a lot of different dudes with different work tonight, right? So while we always look to the star players, like, keep an eye out, man. Like, because some of these dudes, yeah, they might surprise you tonight. Okay, so that is rushing. Let's get to wide receivers. All right, so Terry McLaurin, over under 54.5 receiving yards. Martez Diddy, is Josh Jacobs going to get 78 yards tonight? Let me answer the question real quick, and let me put the numbers up. And because Martez, you asked a great question. Let me say, I think Josh Jacobs is going to get every opportunity to go tonight. Like, I'm not talking about, like, injury, like, hey, we're going to test him. No. I'm saying he's going to have every opportunity imaginable. Tonight is going to be a game where we test what Josh Jacobs' cardio game is like. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be on the field a lot and doing a lot. So, yeah, Martez, like, I like to bet on guys that are going to get a lot of looks. You know what I mean? It's tough when you look at the dudes who aren't getting many because you need to hit a home run when they get the ball. But with Josh, like, I like his rushing yards. I like his attempts. He's going to get every shot at it, man. Like, no doubt. Now, receivers. So Terry McLaurin, over under 54.5 receiving yards. Romeo Doubs, 41.5. Now, again, you look and you see low numbers, right? 54.5, 41.5. The reason, and we'll talk about it in a second, the reason is because you got other dudes. Oh, man, NFLHD.com stepping in. They couldn't let NFL1.com get all the action. You knew, NFL1.com came back. Oh, we got a bot war going on. So I'm going to need everybody to take their sides. Are you NFLHD.com or are you NFL1.com? All right, that's basically the most important question that we're going to ask tonight. So, yeah. All right, 54.5, 41.5 receptions, 4.5. Look, man, we played this one, 4.5, Terry McLaurin. Matt Logan said HD is better than 1. There we go. Ben said your shows are worthy. There we go. All right, so look, man, you got studs, but you got studs behind them too, and quote unquote behind them, right? Deebo Samuel for Washington side. You got Tucker Kraft, and we'll look at it. Keep going. All right, so you've got very attainable numbers. We're taking our shot at McLaurin there at 4.5 receptions. Look at Romeo Doubs, 3.5. 3.5. That's it for their one, quote unquote, right? Well, we'll see. 21.5. Longest reception for McLaurin, 20.5 Romeo Doubs, plus 185 anytime TD, plus 1,400 for 2 tutties, plus 225 for Romeo, plus 1,800 for 2 tutties as well. So, Justin said only one ball, AB. But if you call the right few props, it's going to be a great night. Absolutely. It's a good point. You're definitely right, man. Okay. So looking at the full list here. All right. Receiving yards. So, I mean, look at it, dude. Terry McLaurin, 54.5. Deebo, 53.5. Right? Like, and honestly, I kind of think they both go off. Like, I almost played Deebo in yardage. Like, I think they're going to have a big ass night, man. And that's not a shot at Packers. I just think we're going to get a good game. Romeo Doubs, 41.5, talked about him. But look, Tucker Kraft, 40.5. So again, both of these teams, you could look and you could see, man, like their their X and their Y wide receivers, right, are basically the same. NFL HD just dropped in. Look at these boys. And what emoji is that? Is that laughing? Is that blue? Is there anybody in like whatever country that they're in? Like, what if there's a human behind it? And he was like sitting here watching. That'd actually be great marketing. All right. So again, but keep going down the list. Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, Zach Ertz, Austin. I'm telling you, Austin Eckler could be a sneak play, man. That could be a solid look tonight, dude. Noah Brown, Dontavian Wicks, Josh Jacobs. All right. Looking at receptions. Deebo Samuel, 4.5. McLaurin, 4.5. Zach Ertz, 3.5. Tucker Kraft, 3.5. Romeo Doubs, 3.5. Austin Eckler, 3.5. I mean, man, these are attainable numbers, dude. Jaden Reed, 2.5. Now, the juice is a little high, but you might have to mess around with it. But again, Matthew Golden, 2.5. Noah Brown, 2.5. Josh Jacobs, 1.5. Dontavian Wicks, 1.5 as well. Jack Smith said, what up, crew? What up, big dog? Man, so good to see you, buddy. Going through some of these comments right here. Let me get a few in real quick. Big Bruce said, Phillies, Yankees, money line. Game over. I love it. All right. Here we go, man. So yeah, we've got so many opportunities of dudes. Big Sean said, man, what's up, good people? What's up, Sean? Good to see you, man. Dude, raise hail. There we go. Dude. HTTC. Kevin said, my bet slip for the night is like all Commanders bets. Kroski over 9.5 rush attempts. Kroski over 38 rush yards. McLaurin over 4.5 receptions. Jaden over 225 passing. Yeah, dude, I agree. Like, this morning, bro, I'm telling you real quick, like, and we'll keep going, but like this morning, I was all over the Packers, and I haven't backed off of that. Like that the Packers, I think, are truly an elite team, but so is Washington. And we're going to look at the offense in a second. It lines up. Like Washington has a chance to go off tonight, man. They really, really do. Big Jack said, you got an AB in the crew. Yes, sir. Need some Packer action. All right, let's get after it, man. Tonight's a Bill night. There we go. All right, parlays. Start with the Commanders. All right, so start the bottom left, top, bottom. All right, and we'll do the Packers side in a second. Commanders moving the spread, alternate spread all the way up from +3 to +6.5. Terry McLaurin, anytime TD. Jaden Daniels, 180 plus raising. I saw raise hail raising. 180 plus passing yards, +350. All right, top +525. Again, Commanders +6.5. Deebo Samuel, anytime TD. Jaden Daniels, 230 plus passing yards. Then finally, +1,000. Commanders again, +6.5. And then the two dogs, Deebo Samuel, anytime TD, Terry McLaurin, anytime TD. And just like HD and NFL 1 are both bringing heat, Deebo and Terry might do it too, right? So which one do you like? If you like any of them, +350, +525, +1,000. Drop those in the chat. Let me know what you think. Okay. Other side here. Let's jump to the Packers. All right. Bottom left, top, bottom. That's the order. +218. Packers money line. Josh Jacobs, anytime TD. Jordan Love, 220 plus passing yards. Again, +218. +365. Now, only two legs. Packers -3. Josh Jacobs, 2+ touchdowns. That could come on the ground. That could come in the air. +365. Or +625. Packers -3. Romeo Doubs, anytime TD. Josh Jacobs, anytime TD. +625. Which ones do you like? You like any? Either side? Gabe said, bottom left, cash it. Boom. +218. Let's go. Matty Boy said, but I just spent my no sweat on a +600. I posted in the Discord. Nice. I'm going to have to grab that. Matt said, I can't bet against the Commanders. They're too high in potential for me. I agree. They could go off tonight, bro. Rick, my best bet, Micah Parsons sack. That's a pretty good bet. Buddy, that's a pretty good bet. I like that. I like it. All right. Let's keep going. So we got the parlays down. I guess we got to break down the offense. Let's get to the no-fly zone. Welcome, everybody brand new to the no-fly zone. What we do here is we break down by film, game charts, and all of it. The offenses, passing attacks, everything you need to know about both teams straight from the film room, the game charts, and all of that. We try to decide which quarterbacks are throwing interceptions, but trust me, you can take this information and apply it to way more than just interceptions. So if you are new and this is your first time, Have a seat. Welcome in. You're going to enjoy it. All right. So on the left, Packers secondary rankings. All right. This is based off this season and one game. So understand that. All right. 12th, 24th, 22nd, 16th, first deep mid, 26th deep right. So again, it's only one game. Don't base the world off of that information standing alone. However, it does start to paint a picture of what the Packers defense is built to do. And if you look at Jaden Daniels, this was in week 1, all right, this year, last week, against the New York Giants. And this is a look at Jaden Daniels and the offense for the Washington Commanders, okay? It's a very balanced attack. What they want to do is get to that 55-45 ratio, pass to run, sometimes run to pass. But you're going to see a passing attack that is very pro style. And we have talked about teams that have 5 yards and in, 7 yards and in. Now, the Commanders have that when they're throwing to running backs. Notice the line of scrimmage. All right, green dots are completions, white dots are incompletions, blue line, touchdown. Look how many passes are behind the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 passes alone in this game were behind the line of scrimmage. So what does that tell me? Okay. Oh, look, I've got a new one in here. NFL1.com and then NFLTVS.com. Getting in. Look at all the boys. You got disposable marketing money. All right. Okay. So anyway, this offense is built. All right. When you see passes behind the line of scrimmage, 7 of them, look at that. Greener completions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 completions, bro. All right. And I bet they do it even more tonight. Big Tim said late, but here, let's get them analytics. Big Tim, good to see you, bro. I bet they do it again tonight. It's very safe. So, pass attempts, pass completions. If they throw 7 times behind the line of scrimmage, you're going to smoke stuff, right? Like, you got opportunities here. Yeah. But look at the passing attack. Jaden Daniels likes throwing over the middle. He's an NFL QB, man. And he can complete some passes. The passing attack leans to the right. He's a right-handed quarterback, all right? Most do. But you're going to see him attacking the middle of the field. I want that to be the thing you take away. The middle of the field is the inflection point tonight. Because take a look at Jaden Daniels. This is 2024 all season. This is a passing chart. Green means you're ahead of the other quarterbacks in the league. Yellow, kind of the same. Average. Red, below. Jaden Daniels throws a lot over the middle. Jaden Daniels has trouble throwing over the middle at times. All right? Not necessarily his strongest suit because it's the most difficult place to throw the ball. So the middle of the field, I want you to pay attention to the passing game for the Commanders tonight and where they're throwing the ball. All right? Does it kind of trail off? All right? Good. Receiver go across the middle, right? 3 to 5 yards and a bunch of yak. You know what that reminds you of? The Dallas Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb. They do a lot of that, all right? So think about it in that manner. And you've got tough wide receivers that aren't afraid to go across the middle. Deebo Samuel definitely isn't afraid to go anywhere, all right? So that is what to pay attention to tonight. Across the middle for the Commanders. Now, you look at the game scripts here. Start fast. You're on the road. Hostile environment. Very good team. All right? Put them on their heels, offensively and defensively. And you do that with points. Points are the ultimate weight. The proverbial chip table in poker, right? Points. Go get them. I think that we see a fast start in this game because it benefits both teams, and you don't want to fall behind. Best defense is your offense. Again, go out and score points. I don't care if they're 3s or 7s. We prefer 7s, but 3s work too. Just keep adding, especially in the first half. All right? A mantra here for all football coaches. In the first half of games, kick your field goals. You take your freaking points, okay? And Washington will do that. So, score points. Best defense is your offense. Limit the offensive holding. We're going to talk about this in a second. Matty Boy in the chat. How many times were the Commanders called for holding last week? Over and over and over. All right. Calm that down. But again, it's week 1. Penalties are going to happen. It's all right. But calm it down. You cannot have that many penalties. I'm going to show you in a second. Washington, you got to calm down on the penalties. Relax. Be careful across the middle. All right. This is a very good defense. And this is a very active secondary. And it's a very smart secondary. And it's a very physical secondary. Okay. Throwing across the middle is the hardest thing to do in the NFL. Be careful with it. But do it because you're very good at it. And this team is very good with it. 3.5 stars for Jaden Daniels throwing an interception tonight. All right. Flipping it over here. Take a look at Washington. Now, it's only one game, but boy, the secondary's real. The secondary is real. All right, but take a look at Jordan Love. This is last week against Detroit. Excellent game. 16 for 22, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Jordan Love did whatever he wanted. They absolutely dominated and could have scored more. NFLHD.com getting in the mix. All right, Jordan Love. All right, that's a solid game. Very high percentage completion. But they didn't have to do a ton. They could have scored more if they wanted to. But I want you to pay attention to the Packers offense. It's a very pro-style offense as well. Pay attention. Remember what I was talking about with the running backs? Look at this at the line of scrimmage. Now, it's not behind it, but if we're just counting 5 yards and in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times. That's just at the line of scrimmage. So I'm telling you tonight, you're going to get shots down the field. Look at these boys. Look at that green dot way deep. 40-plus yards. Jordan Love can put it anywhere. So can Jay Daniels. This is a professional football game tonight, as Herm Edwards would say. This is for professionals. But look, the Green Bay passing attack is different. Now, I want you to notice the middle of the field. They will use that, but they don't use it a lot. Matt LaFleur used to be the offensive coordinator here in Tennessee before becoming the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. I like Matt LaFleur a whole lot. I have a ton of respect for that guy. Very, very smart, very good football coach. All right. He's a conservative football coach. And the way that this offense works is that let me tell you what Green Bay doesn't want to do. Okay. They don't want to turn the ball over. Ever. They are not afraid to punt. They are not afraid to kick field goals. They do not want to turn the ball over. That is not what they want to do. Now, most teams, all teams don't want to either, but they build their offense around it. All right. You kind of see open spaces, man. Wide open space. What was that, the Dixie Chicks? Yeah. So that's how they use this offense, man, is to put your cornerback or safety in one-on-one. No one's around to help, big bro. Good luck, because you know what? If you miss that open field tackle, that boy's gone. So pay attention to that, all right? You're going to see a lot of over the middle for Washington. You're going to see a lot of spaced out, all right, for Jordan Love. But on top of it, remember, 2 things to remember. Number 1, the Packers want to run the football first, and that's with Josh Jacobs. Now, Washington wants to run the football too, but you're going to see JCM, you're going to see Austin Eckler, and you're going to see Jaden Daniels. So be careful with that when you see these. Now, Jordan Love, this is all 2024. Where are his tough spots? Where he likes to throw it, right? And why is that? Because those are the places that he throws. Now, across the middle, look how safe he is. You see what I'm talking about? That's Matt LaFleur. In risky areas, he's safe. He's a conservative football coach. So where Jordan Love's going to get into trouble is reach that hand in the cookie jar. Either deep left, deep right. All right? Those long out patterns when you're getting chased around, making a mistake, that's where the mistakes come from. NFL1.com still pumping in. Look at these boys. They're dedicated. They want y'all's business tonight. I don't know what they're showing over there at NFL1.com, but they want you to see it. Yeah, so the trouble is going to be the corner areas. All right. So pay attention. Washington in the middle of the field. Pay attention to Green Bay everywhere besides the middle of the field. Okay. So that's what you're going to see tonight. Now, the game script. Run game on run game. Run the football. Give it to Josh Jacobs and block for his big ass, right? That's what they like. That's what they want to do, especially in the red zone. You might not see a lot of Jordan Love rushes. You might see one in the red zone. Throw the ball away, okay? Now, Jordan Love is excellent. I mean, Jordan Love's excellent at pretty much everything. But he's excellent at getting the ball out of his hands and throwing it away. Again, if that's your style, stick with that style. It's smart. It's safe. Not afraid to punt. Got a good defense. Got a well-paid defense. Well-paid offense, right? Like, this is an elite team. It's okay to punt. It's okay to play from behind. They ain't scared of it. But just don't make the big mistake. Don't give the other team points, okay? Don't give them short fields. Use Jordan Love's legs smart, okay? Number one, that's a terrible sentence. But number two, NFL HD coming right back into the game. Number two, though, is you saw the difference in rushing attempts, rushing yards. I'm not saying Jordan Love don't run. And if he does, he can take off. And you want to talk about a guy with low numbers that you could potentially arbitrage. And when I say arbitrage, I mean any opportunity to make abnormal profits. Jordan Love on the ground, because he might not have a choice. So I'm just putting that out there. And remember, kneel downs count as rush attempts as well. This secondary is no joke. Be careful, bro. Same thing we said to Jaden Daniels. Be careful. Because this defense and this team and this coach and all of them. Yeah. Wait, what happened? Big Papa Pump. Oh, hey, O'Leary, good to see you, big dog. Dude. Oh, my God. So long, bro. Man, what is good? Oh, bro. A lot of love. A lot of love over there, O'Leary. What's good, bro? Oh, man. Chris Thomas reposted the stream. Big Chris, thank you, big dog. I love you too. All right, so 3 stars for Jordan Love to throw a pick. Be careful, dude. All right, be careful with his defense. They're elite. They're good. They know what they are doing. All right, so penalties real quick. So this is Washington last week. 14 penalties. All right. You got to calm that down. It's going to be a problem. Now, Green Bay had 5. Taunting. There you go. Yeah, that taunting didn't get declined, did it? Nobody declines taunting. Yeah, man, offensive holding an issue here. But again, 5 penalties compared to 14 last week. Like, fellas, 4 offensive holding alone. Come on, boys. Got to get that together. But I think they do. They're well coached. I think they'll be all right. Okay. Now, let's get to the picks. AB, you have the almighty buckets coin. Look on your side for the love INT. There we go. Look, NFL1.com got new emojis. Oh, they go with the Browns head. Is that a bulldog? Who chooses the emojis for the bots? Gave them the keyboard access. All right, so let's get to the picks. Okay, we got a lot of slides. Let's go. All right, Jordan Love, 1+ interception, -105. Terry McLaurin over 4.5 receptions, +115. Commanders over 2.5 team touchdowns, -110. Jaden Daniels, 1+ interception, +105. Brandon McManus over 1.5 field goals at -105. And Jaden Daniels over 21 completions at -115. Boom. There we go. Those are our picks for tonight. All right. We're still not done, though. But try to get out of here and give you enough time to get these picks in and get all set up for the game. But we got to go over touchdowns. All right. So take a look at the screen here. All right. I'm going to let it sit for a second. It's just all the touchdown information you need. First touchdown score, anytime touchdown score, 2+ touchdowns. And let me get the poll results here. 1 second. Okay. All right. So you can see it. Now, the game that we play here is we try to select the first touchdown score of the game, but it has to be at plus 1,000 or more. Now, Greg says real quick, McManus over 1.5 field goals, Love less likely to extend drives his legs, the red zone. Absolutely. Like, I agree. I love the field goals here. I completely agree with that. Jason, AB is bottling himself just to stay. So, yeah. So, all right. So, the game is you got to select the first touchdown score at plus 1,000 odds or more. Okay. So, that's how the game is played. Now, number one, the crew is selected as a whole, the Howie Schwab play. Tucker Kraft, and it's the poll in the chat. Tucker Kraft plus 1,100 at 34%. All right. Second place was Debo. Third place was Scary Terry. As my boy Big Randall said, and then Romeo Dobbs, 12%. So the crew, the Howie Schwab play is Tucker Kraft plus 1,100. Now, drop who you have tonight. All right, because we got to get him in because this is how we get down. For me, I'm going Debo plus 1,300. I think both these teams have a big game, and I think Debo Samuel and Terry McLaurin, both of them, have I almost went Terry McLaurin. Randall, I feel you, bro. 1,000,000%. I almost went with him, but the reason that I took Debo Samuel, NFLHD.com, getting in the mix. They want to get in the big sorry tournament. All right, so Debo Samuel can run the football as well. Remember that. NFLTVs.com. Look, you can get an NFL TV. I don't know what an NFL TV does. I'm going Debo. We get two. All right, here's the deal. I'm going Debo 1,300. We get 2 diamonds if he runs in the football. 1 diamond if he catches it. Deal? Big Wayne said, I love Debo tonight. Give me that. 1,300. Yep, I feel you. Big Bibbo. Jordan Love, first TD score. Washington Commanders at Packers. Plus, yeah. Parlay plus 3,000. Boom. Beautiful. Japan's going Musgrave plus 4,500. Matty Boy going Debo. I love it. Jared's going Kraft. I like it. Lil Al. Debo. Yeah. Hey, Al's thinking alike on this one, bro. Jeff said, wise man, AB. Appreciate you, sir. Good to see you, man, as always. Most with the crew is going Tucker Kraft. Peggy. Hey, Peggy, good to see you. Jaden Daniels, I like it. That's a good call. Jason agrees, going Daniels as well. Curtis going Zach Ertz, plus 2,100, baby. Cycle. So I didn't not till now. What's the first DTL fantasy match to a fumble for DJ on the last play? Oh, those are brutal. Those little, just toss the ball trying to get in the end zone. Big Randall's going Scary Terry. I like it. Slick Rick's going Jaden Daniels. Jeff going Debo. Yes, sir. Good thinking indeed. IG, I know Love could sling it, but against Washington secondary and new lineman up front, I'm taking Love's under completion attempts. Steve 39. Hey, IG, that's a great call. I completely agree. I like it. IG, I'm going to bet that too. I'm going to ride with that with you. All right, Amags, you said Amags went no touchdown score tonight. Now, the odds are probably huge on that. Like, that's worth the shot alone. It's not going to happen, but it's worth the shot. Dave, I got a Debo Niner jersey for my birthday last year. Then he left the Niners, but still root for him. Go Debo. There we go. I hate that he left like that, dude. That always stinks. Oh, man. Now, Prince, you going with it too? Yeah, plus 15,000. I'll bet it. I'll absolutely bet it. I'll ride that. Like, again, I think we're going to get scores, but the shot is worth it. And we're going to have those games in the NFL. Big Brian going, Eckler, plus 1,600. I like it. Okay, so what we have, Prince, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm in. Like, we all agree. Like, we know what the bet is. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking the shot, but it's going to happen sooner than later. Completely agree. Sites, 501, Matthew Golden plus 1,700. Yep, I like that. Do you like Jaden plus 1 TD? I don't hate it, but, I mean, he has to run it in, right? Like, even Debo could run or catch it. I don't hate it. It's just like that bet. I almost look at that bet as like, all right, I'll put some money on it, but I'm not expecting to win. Now, again, it's Jay Daniels. Like, the guy can score. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just speaking of the bet. Like, the opportunities are tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to get. You only get so many shots at it, is what I'm saying. So, I like the bet. The bet is just risky regardless of quarterback. You know, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts are really like the locks. Adam, will there be an octopus plus 1,300? Oh, dude, me and Randall used to play those all the time. Randall, AB, come in when you get done. It's not burnt tonight. Oh, dude, I'm in. As soon as we get done here, I'll head your way. Abby, I'm gonna sprinkle a few dollars. I like it. Yeah, I mean, like it. I didn't want that to be anything against Jaden. It's certainly not. It's it's like betting home runs in baseball. It's just stuff. He catches on pass like Allen did last year, right? Debo looked great. Debo's stud. Debo's stud, boy. Hey, 2+ TDs for Debo plus 12. That's not a bad play. Like Debo, Josh Jacobs, 2+ touchdowns that's an excellent play. I'm just going to say that. But Debo, again, I'm on Terry McLaurin receptions. Randall's on it. In regards to the first touchdown, like I think Debo and Terry, I think both of them go off. Big Gus said, Scary Terry, 3+ and over 25-yard receptions. Bill, 25+, rushing, Love, 200+, plus 120. Gus, I like it, man. Like, those are attainable, good, solid numbers. I like it. Jared, Jay Daniels, 200+ passing yards. Eckler, 3+ receptions. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown, plus 193. All right, there we go. Here, and let me put this up real quick, and then we'll go back to the pick. So, in the club, baby, Spencer, Kilgore, Zach Phelps, Matt Logan, Wayne Bialka, myself, It's Just Me, the Danimal, and Ian Lights Out. All in the club. You get in there by hitting it, all right, of the first touchdown at plus 1,000 or more. So make sure to drop it in either here or in the Discord, which, real quick, sorry, my camera is inverted. Yeah, if you look right there, scan that QR code, join the Discord. Absolutely free. All of it's absolutely free. Don't ever concern yourself with that part. Yeah. So drop them in, and yeah, we keep updated. So congrats to everybody so far. Look, NFL HD wanted to give you some love. Now streaming touchdowns. Okay, that was a terrible joke. My bad. All right, so let me read the picks off one more time, and then we will bounce, and I'll let you get all this stuff in. And Randall, coming your way, boy. Let's eat some dinner tonight. All right. What do we got? Jordan Love, 1+ interception, minus 105. Terry McLaurin, over 4.5 receptions, plus 115. Commanders, over 2.5 team touchdowns, minus 110. Jaden Daniels, 1+ interception, plus 105. Brandon McManus, over 1.5 field goals, minus 105. And Jaden Daniels, over 21.5 completions at minus 115. Okay. That's it. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I sure do appreciate every single one of you. And let's hit all of these picks tonight. It's going to be a great game. We're going to do it together. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. And we will see you in the morning. Peace. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.